me. I outspeed him. How do I outspeed you? How do I outspeed Zacian? What the fuck? I know I have Tailwind, but like I'm still only 90. Yeah, I'm 90 base speed. Wow. That was a turn that just... He rage quitted! He rage quitted! What is up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation G, VGC, Wi-Fi battles. Kyogre is back in the game. Well, it was already in the game, but now it's actually legal with the Regulations G restricted rule set. I've been waiting to kind of try to use a Kyogre team because it's one of those mons where, like, instantly when Regulation G dropped, you had like a bunch of people building around it, and same with like Groudon and a few other things, just because it's one of those mons that's just really easy to build around. So I kind of wanted to wait a while to kind of build, or like at least find a team to feature for you guys for this, because there was a lot of teams to choose from. So I wanted to try to find one more that's like at least somewhat interesting to try to feature for you guys, at least a little bit different than like the cookie cutter ones that most people are trying to run, at least at the start of Regulation G when it was first announced. So this team by Bronze Swagger. If you guys want to use this team, runs will go up in the corner. Pokepaste down below. There's actually a team with Kyogre and Choice Banded Swift Swim Barraskewda, which I think is really, really cool. There's also a bunch of other really cool stuff on this team, like Grassy Seed, Sneasler alongside Rillaboom, which is kind of a more common combo back in Regulation F. And you also have the Rock Helmet Zapdos, which I think could be kind of cool. So I'm going to kind of run through this team real quick, and then we're going to hop in some games. Appreciate all you guys' support on the recent videos as well. I also have another one of my teams on the way here in the next few days. I'll be probably posting for you guys. And then I'm also team building like around another really cool mon that I haven't seen anybody really build around yet as well. So hopefully, I think we have like, what, 2.5, 3 more weeks thing until Regulation G is in game. So we'll see how it goes. I also do plan on streaming, at least when you guys are seeing this, I plan on streaming some Scarlet and Violet Regulation F ranked over here on the channel. So if you guys want to drop by for some ranked Regulation F ladder ranking on Saturday night, feel free to drop by when you guys are seeing this. So, or like the day after this is probably being posted. But this team actually has Choice Banded Barraskewda. It's just overall a mon that's really fast in the rain. I think you outspeed pretty much everything in rain. And then with the Choice Band, you hit really, really hard. The only thing you need to really look out for is priority, because Barraskewda's defenses are so fucking awful. Like, you can throw like a piece of paper at this thing and it'll fall over and die instantly. So you gotta really be careful what you're going against. But apart from that, it should be able to do a shit ton of damage, especially in the rain. You got the Mystic Water Kyogre with the Terra Water. Just overall, just mainly there to spam water type moves, and they got the Ice Beam there for the ground types like Landers and a few other things. Rocky Helmet Zapdos. I'm assuming this is more of like a defensive mon on this team, kind of meant to sit beside the Kyogre. I'm not sure on the exact EV spread. If you guys want to check the paste, I'll probably check once I get in some matches if I remember. I'm assuming it's more of a bulky variant to kind of deal with Urshifu and a few other physical type mons with the helmet. Got Citrus Berry, Frigarath, mainly with the Trick Room and Prison to try to prevent Trick Room sweepers and other opposing Trick Room. And then you have the Grassy Seed Sneasler, which I think is really cool with Terraflying Acrobatics. And then the AV Rillaboom, which is meant to be more of a bulky pivot for this team. So just overall, 2 really standard sets for both. Apart from that, let's hop into some games and see how this team does. Kind of interested to see how the Barraskewda Kyogre combo kind of does. Haven't seen that in forever. Alright, we're here with the game. My opponent is absolutely cooking. This is the first time I think I've went against Shaman Sky on the ladder, so that's going to be very interesting. My opponent's really weak to rain, though. Like, what do they have for Barraskewda here? Like under rain, I think I outspeed everything on their team and just destroy them. So I'm just going to lead with Barraskewda here. I'm going to bring the Barraskewda. I kind of want to bring the Kyogre. I also could maybe not even lead the Barraskewda. I could kind of maybe save it for like a late game cleaner, which could be pretty good as well. I don't know. I think that's what I might actually be able to do. What I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to bring the Sneasler Rillaboom lead. And then I'm going to bring the Kyogre and the Barraskewda in the back. I think that's what I bring here. My opponent has the, I forgot to go through his list of mons, but he has the Shaman Sky, Palafin, Hisui, and Zoroark. Very interesting. I haven't seen that in forever. Lando, T, and then Blaziken, Zacian. So, see if it's Zacian Sword. I'm assuming it's probably Zacian Sword, because that's otherwise, usually if they're not running Zacian Sword, it's really weird, because I haven't seen that at all. So, stats and like the typing are all just so fucking good on Zacian Sword. Like there's no really drawback to not running it. Actually, use Palafin and Lando here. I think he actually just straight up like withdraws the Palafin here because he has a chance of just like getting one-hit KO'd off turn 1. I got my boost here as well. I'm not even going to go for Fake Out on this turn, I don't think. I'm just going to start going for Dire Claw because I think he's going to switch here. If he goes into Zacian predicting a Dire Claw, that's going to be a crazy play. But I'm just going to Fake Out the Lando here. It's Zoroark. It's Zoroark. Wow. Did I even take an Intimidate? I don't know if I wasn't paying attention. Did I actually get intimidated? Because usually if it's the Zoroark, it doesn't intimidate you, I don't think. I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy worrying if my Grassy Seed would pop. Bitter Malice, okay. It's fine, I'm a Solidus, I eat that pretty well. The only shitty thing here is like I don't really have much for Zacian, but if I really want to, like I can just try to target down the rest of his team. Did I even get intimidated? I never did. I just wasn't paying attention. If I wouldn't knew that he never intimidated me, then I would have knew that was Zoroark. I wasn't paying attention though. I just don't have anything for Zacian here. Like I really don't have nothing for Zacian. I don't really want to waste a Terra either because I think Terra Water or like even like Terra Ground on the maybe on the Barraskewda would be a little bit better. I think Terra Water on the Kyogre is probably the better play here though, but I don't know if he has Shaman in the back. But I think I just get one-shotted by him anyways here, so I don't think it really pays going for a Terra. I'm just going to go for Acrobatics here. And then I'm going to Grassy Glide for damage. I think the Sneasler drops on this turn anyways, so it shouldn't really matter that much. It doesn't do nearly enough damage because I'm at -1. The Zoroark out of here. Should live this, I do. So we know he has Landorus in the back, and he also has Palafin, so I think he goes to Landorus now. He's actually going to go into Palafin, that's surprising. I'm assuming he just goes for a Jet Punch here and takes out the Rillaboom on this turn, I'm assuming. I'm just going to Dire Claw. I'm just going to go for Dire Claw again. And then if I somehow outspeed him or he doesn't go for Jet Punch, I'm going to Grassy Glide because the Rillaboom's dead here anyways. I just get the kill. I wish I would have went for Close Combat now though. Because now I can get some free damage, but like it doesn't affect him because he's Steel type. I didn't think he was going to go for some other random move though. I thought what he would do is he was going to go for Jet Punch just to get rid of the Rillaboom, but whatever. Whatever. Kind of bad because I missed out on some free damage. Close Combat would have did a really solid amount of damage. This Landorus here. I don't think the Zacian one-shots me here, I don't think, so. Get the DRIZZLE going. Gets the Intimidate off, it doesn't really matter that much. And it's also good now because I have the Barraskewda in the back. So as long as I can get some damage on the Zacian here, I think I should be really good, in a really good spot. So I'm just going to Close Combat. I'm at -1, but it should do a shit ton of damage. And then I'm going to Terra Water here, and I'm going to go for Origin Pulse. Because he should outspeed me, I think he's going to target me down here. Terra are you, bud? He's going to go Terra, what are you, Stellar Terra? Steel. Terra Steel, okay. I don't know if that was the smartest thing ever, bro, because you just made yourself weak to Close Combat. That might be a really bad play. I don't know if it'll one-shot him because I'm at -1 attack, but I know it's going to be really close. Really close match. I don't even know what Landorus has for me. Like, Close Combat, does that one-shot you? Doesn't, but it does like 95%. Sneasler putting in the work. Hemoth Blade. I think I should live. Oh, not at -1 defense. I'm gone. Goodbye. I was gonna say if he goes after the Kyogre, I would, but I think the Kyogre now with an Origin Pulse here should just easily clean up the game. There's no way you're living this. He must be running like no speed on his Landers either, because for some reason I outspeed him. I think Landers is like 91 speed or like 90. I know it's around base 90. I forgot the exact speed, what it is. He must be running no speed because otherwise he would outsped me. Not bad. Solid showcase for game number 1, the Kyogre taking out the last 2 Mons. I will admit though, I think my opponent could have played a little bit better there. Had some questionable plays, but got the dub. I'll take the win. Starting off strong. Really want to showcase the Bear Scooter though. I want to try to at least get some action for that thing in this, so I'll see you guys in another match. Alright, we're here, the team. We're going against the Groudon. We're a Kyogre team going against Groudon, so it's the battle of the Gen 3 legendaries right here. We just need Rayquaza to come in and separate us both from fighting, but I don't think it'll be showing up very soon. He has the Groudon, Flutter Mane, Walking Wake, Terrakion, Whimsicott, which is kind of weird on this team. Really weird to have on that team, and then Incineroar, so... I think what he does, he 100% brings Incineroar. He's forced to bring Sun here, too. So, like, he's gonna bring the Groudon. I'm assuming he also probably brings Walking Wake. This team gets destroyed by Walking Wake, just looking at this team as well. This team's really weak to Walking Wake, and he might actually even just bring, like, Terrakion, Whimsicott, which is pretty good, but Incineroar is also really good here, so... He has a lot of options to bring, and I don't really have as many options. What is this? I think the Zapdos has Rain Dance on it, does, yeah, so... I'm kind of forced to bring the Zapdos, I really am, but like if he brings Terrakion, Whimsicott, I'm in a bad spot again. I think what I do is I'm going to lead with the Sneasler Rillaboom here. I'm going to bring the Kyogre in the back. And then I'm going to bring the Bear Scoot. I'm going to try to hope that I can actually keep my rain up, or like that I don't have to really worry about weather that much. Because the Rillaboom and the Sneasler don't really care about weather at all, so... And like with the terrain and the Unburden boost, I should be able to outspeed the Terrakion even under Tailwind. Unless he's like Scarf or some shit. Just leads Terrakion, okay. That's why I wanted to lead this as well, so that way if he brought Flutter Mane, I can just one-shot Flutter Mane right away. Special attack booster, that's good. So that guarantees I outspeed him. So we have a pretty good lead here. This is a pretty solid lead. I'm just gonna fake out the Groudon on this turn. If he's Clover or Cloak, that'll be a crazy play. But I don't know. Usually they run like Clear Amulet, just mainly so they can't get intimidated. And then I'm gonna Dire Claw here. I've been getting really unlucky with a lot of my Dire Claw too. Like I haven't really been getting even that much status chance at all. It has, if you guys know how Dire Claw works, it has like a 30% chance to either paralyze, sleep, or poison somebody. And like I haven't got any of that so far every time I've used it, so I've been getting kind of unlucky with the paras and the status chance. He's going to switch out. Let me guess, Incineroar's coming in. Granny Chill. Wow, that was a ballsy fucking play. What a ballsy play that was. If I would have went for Dire Claw on him, he would have got one-shotted into Oblivion. I don't even know what is he going to go into the Whimsicott to try to throw up Tailwind in hopes to outspeed me? Is that what he's trying to do? Like, I have Grassy Glide now, so like, I just get rid of you and then I just go for Dire Claw again. That was a really ballsy play, because like, if I would have went for a Poison move on there, like, I don't think I would have, but if I would have went for a Poison move there, that would have been really crazy. I would have got a one-hit KO. There's the Tailwind. It's fine, I don't care. I have Grassy Glide, so as long as my terrain is here, the Flutter's gone. Dire Claw, you should be dead. Goodbye. Don't have to deal with the Whimsicott anymore either. So that's one other weather thing that I can get out of the way. I don't have to worry about it setting up the weather or changing my weather later on in the match. So we're looking pretty good. Sneaser's also so fast too, like even if he has Tailwind, like I think I still outspeed a Groudon even under Tailwind. So I don't know if that really matters. I'm just going to Glassy Glide here again. And then I could either go for Dire Claw, just try to get a status proc, or just try to do as much damage as I can here. But I think I'm just going to go for damage on this turn. He's going to withdraw. Do you have Incineroar? Walking Wake, okay. So I'm glad I get to change my weather on this next turn. That still is a solid amount of damage, though. That's going to do a shit ton. Close Combat does nothing, so he's running a pretty bulky Groudon. That doesn't do anything. Fire Punch, I'm gone. I'd prefer him actually to get rid of the Rillaboom here, though, because like I think the Walking Wake, even at +1 speed, like I have so much speed on the Sneasler, like Unburden is double speed, so like I'm at +2, and like I think I'm max speed on this, ain't I? Should be. Yeah, I'm pretty much max speed, so like I think even at +2, I should, with a +1 Tailwind on their side, I should be able to outspeed him. I'm gonna go into the Kyogre now and change the weather. So if he wants to get the sun back up, he's forced to keep the Groudon around, and then that way I can get a free kill on the Flutter Mane on the next turn, hopefully. I don't really want to go for Water Spout either, because he's going to outspeed me and he's going to do a shit ton of damage, so I think I'm better off just going for Origin Pulse. That way if he goes into Flutter Mane, I get a free kill on the Flutter Mane. And then I'm going to Dire Claw here. Unless he's Terra Grass and he made a crazy play. My opponent's cooking. He's cooking. He's Terra Electric. Does he have Terra Blast? No status chance again. That is like the 5th or 6th time I've used Dire Claws so far with this team, and I haven't got anything. Not a single status at all. Do I outspeed him? Or does he has Terra Blast Electric? I'm dead. Wow. I just got a million out IQ played. And that maybe could have been a speed tie there too, actually. I think I just lose now. I don't think there's any way I win this, actually. There's no way I win now. I actually wish with this team, like one of my main gripes so far with this team is like the Kyogre. It's Terra Water, I understand why it is for more damage, but usually if you're not running like a really fast team with like Tailwind or like speed control, or like a Scarfed Kyogre, you usually don't want Terra Water. You'd prefer more of a defensive Terra. I think Terra Grass would be really good on this Kyogre instead. Because like the Terra Water has not done anything for me at all so far. Just using this team in a few testing games and the few games you guys have seen. I think a defensive Terra on the Kyogre, specifically with this team, would be a lot better. Because it's not really that fast, and like most of the time you're getting outsped by everything. There's not really any speed control on this team either, which just kind of sucks. I don't know, if I want to make a million IQ play here, I can go for Terra Ground and then try to get the Walking Wake out of here. Yeah, that's what I can maybe try to do here. YOLO. Time to outplay the crazy outplay Terra. That's what we're gonna do. He wants to try to throw out a million IQ Terra, and like now I'm gonna try to counter that for some reason. I don't think it's gonna work that well though, because he still has Flutter Mane in the back, and that probably outspeeds me. And he has Protect, so that guarantees him the game here. There's no way I win now. Goes for Terra Blast and I absorb it because I'm a ground type. I bet he's impressed with that one. Doesn't matter though, because like on this next turn, like no matter what he has, like I think he still just one-shots me because it's a Barraskewda. Like I'm not going to survive anything. Like I'm going to go for Liquidation again, but like I think I still lose here. Maybe if he never protected there, like there was a small chance I could maybe win if he never protected. But then I would have to still like try to eat a Moon Blast or something from the Flutter Mane. Like that just, a heavy slam like that legit almost one-shots me too. And he might probably only got like a low roll there because that probably does one-shot me. I'm curious though, like I want to see if a Liquidation actually kills the Groudon on this turn. The best case scenario here is if he goes for Protect on Flutter Mane. He doesn't, so he knows he wins the game at this point. I do get the KO, but it doesn't matter. There was a small chance I could still win this, actually, if he never had Protect on the Walking Wake. I could have maybe brought this game back still. I don't know, I think my opponent just got really lucky. I wish that this Kyogre had a defensive Terra, because I think it would really help into a lot of the other teams. Like a Terra Grass would be really good, because this team's, the one thing I'm finding with this team, it's really weak into Groudon, especially if they're able to like keep their stun up. And they have a lot of stuff on, like, the Groudon teams really destroy it. They like to run Venusaur and a few other, like, really fast things that just do a shit ton of damage to you. A Grass Terra would be really good into both of those. And then the Miraidon teams, like Terra Grass into Miraidon, allows you to, like, deal with it with, like, Ice Beam or do some damage into it, which would be really good. That's kind of one of my main gripes with this team so far. That's lost me a few games, so kind of keep that in mind. I'll talk a little bit more about that towards the end of the video, but let's hop into one more match. Alright, we're here with another game. My opponent's playing in the future. They're playing double restricted while everybody else is playing with single restricted. They have legit, like, they have Zacian, Sword, and Calyrex Shadow Rider on the same goddamn team. They're playing in the future, yo. Holy fuck, yeah, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna win this. This team doesn't have Wide Guard either, so... like, it's another thing with this team that it doesn't have. I have no Wide Guard, so... we're in a bad spot again. Not to mention they also have Ogerpon. Ogerpon, like, walls half this team. Ogerpon walls, like, a lot of this team. It walls both of the rain mons on this team that really want to do stuff in the rain. I guess apart from Zapdos, but, like, even then, I can only hit it for, like, neutral damage. What do I want to bring here? I don't think I'm going to win this one at all, but I still want to try to. I'm going to try to bring the Sneasler Rillaboom again. I'll try to bring that. I'll see how it goes. I don't even know if it pays really bringing the Kyogre, because like it just gets outsped and one-shotted by everything. Like that's going to be the main problem here again. And then I'm going to try to bring the Zapdos this time. Maybe I can try to bring the Barraskewda here, but like if he brings Incineroar, then he just Intimidate spams me to death. That's going to be a really tough game. I don't think it really matters what I bring here. I gotta try to outplay him in the first few turns and then maybe get a lucky KO or like a status off of Dire Claw to maybe win the game, or try to help me win the game. Leads Incineroar too, so that's unfortunate. I mean, that ain't too bad for me because like the Sneasler's good into both of these mons. But like, I'm assuming he's leading with both of these, he probably has Calyrex and Zacian in the back. That's what I'm assuming here. I think I'm just forced to go for... I'm forced to go for double fake out here, actually. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to double fake out on this turn. He fakes me out, so I don't know if that's a speed tie or if he's actually running more speed. So we just... it's a neutral turn, we just sit here and fake each other out, okay? I'm in a kind of a shitty spot now, though. Like, do I go for Dire Claw here, or do I go for Close Combat on the Incineroar? Not sure. I'm gonna go for Dire Claw, and that's what I'm gonna try to do here. And then I'm gonna go for Stomping Tantrum. I need a Poison or something here. I need something. No, nothing. I don't get anything. I live because I got the Berry defense boost, but... Pops his Citrus. His Rillaboom must be faster than mine, because he's outsped 2 times now. He just one-shots me, so I should have went after the Incineroar instead. I made the wrong play. And it cost me big time. Should have just Close Combat. I don't know if it would have one-shot him, but... at least would have popped his Citrus to where a Stomping Tantrum maybe would have took him out. So I fucked up again. I don't know if it really pays going into the Kyogre here either, because he has the Rillaboom still here. If he has Grassy Glide, he does a shit ton of damage into me. So I think what I actually do, I'm just gonna go for Dire Claw again. If he has Zacian, he goes right out into Zacian on this turn. That's his play. And I'm going to go for Tailwind on this turn. I'm predicting him to go into Zacian. That's what I'm predicting to happen here. I think with Tailwind, I maybe might outspeed Zacian. I'm not sure, though. It's such a high base speed to where, like, I'm only base 90, so... Like, you consider Shifu's Choice Scarf with, like, base 97, which I think barely outspeeds Calyrex by, like, 3 points. So I think even, like, with a +1 Tailwind boost, I think Kyogre doesn't even outspeed Zacian or Calyrex. Grassy Glide, okay. Get rid of the Rillaboom, get it out of here. I guess technically if I would have landed a Thunder there was a chance I could kill this Incineroar. I don't know, maybe I should have went for Thunder. I'm not sure though. I think Tailwind's a lot more important though, because I think in the back he probably has Calyrex. Boy, that's Zacian. There's Zacian. You know, I don't understand why he didn't go on to Zacian this last turn, because he could have predicted a Dire Claw and he could have got a free switch into Zacian, and then I would have instantly lost. So that's kind of a weird thing my opponent did. I'm missing Origin Pulse here. I think he's going to outspeed me and do a shit ton of damage here, so... I could Detect, but I really want damage on him. So I'm just going to Thunder here. I don't know if he really has anything for me. If he goes for Play Rough, he takes Rocky Helmet damage. So I don't know. I think I'm kind of fucked here, though, especially if he has Calyrex in the back. Calyrex just comes in late game and sweeps. Doesn't really pay wasting a Terra here either. Like, the Terra Water doesn't do anything for me. I outspeed him. How do I outspeed you? How do I outspeed Zacian? What the fuck? I know I have Tailwind, but, like, I'm still only 90. I'm 90 base speed. Wow. That was the turn that just... He rage quitted! He rage quitted! Oh my gosh, what a fucking loser. You are such a fucking loser, bud. This is the same guy on the casual ladder running Calyrex Zacian on the same fucking team alongside Urshifu, Rillaboom, Incineroar, and whatever else the last mon was. A bunch of like top tier like meta garbage alongside double restricted. And the guy rage quits because he got outsped for some reason. Whatever. What a fucking loser. If you're something like that goes on the casual ladder and does what this guy does, please uninstall. Don't play online. You're too soft and you're too fucking sensitive to play a game with multiplayer. Please don't do it. Wow, that's so fucking pathetic. On to the next match. This match went a lot shorter than I thought it was going to, so I'll throw you guys another game as a bonus. See you guys there. Alright, here's another game. I'm actually glad I did another match because we're going against a really cool team. This is the first team that I've actually went against that actually has Mewtwo on it as a Regulation G team. My opponent is the Mewtwo, Entei, Amoonguss, Whimsicott, Incineroar, and Blood Moon Ursaluna. So a really cool team. First Mewtwo team I went against. I think Mewtwo is a really cool mod. I really want to try to build around it. I just don't think it's that good though when you have Calyrex dominating the entire game. So it's kind of why you don't see it at all. What do I want to do here? I think Rain's really good here, but I don't know if he actually is going to change my weather. That's kind of the main problem here. I'm going to lead Kyogre or Zapdos. I think that's a really solid lead here. If he brings the Whimsicott and he wants to change my weather, that's fine because I have Rain Dance on the Zapdos. What else do I want to do here? Barraskewda also ain't too bad into his team. It just kind of gets walled by Amoonguss, so I kind of got to bring something for the Amoonguss. I don't think anything on his team, unless he has like Trick Room Mewtwo. Maybe it's Trick Room Mewtwo that he's running. I don't know, maybe it could be actually. I'm going to bring the Frigoraph. Maybe he has actually Trick Room Mewtwo. Looking at his team, he could have Trick Room Mewtwo. I think it might get Trick Room. I know it has like one of the best move pools like out of all the restricted because it just gets like everything. I'm assuming it probably gets Trick Room. And hopefully this guy isn't a fucking sore loser and rage quits. He actually leads Mewtwo as well, so that tells me he probably does have Trick Room. I think he actually just fakes me out here. What I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to protect the Kyogre, because I think he's going to try to go for fake out. And then I'm actually going to go for damage here. I don't want to sit at my Tailwind yet, because I have a strong suspicion he's going to try to run Trick Room. So that's maybe what he's going to do here. I want to see what he does first. So I'm going to try to go for a Para. Get some damage on the Mewtwo. I want to see what this thing does. I haven't went against the Mewtwo at all. I went against it a few times on Showdown, but every single time I went against it, it was just an easy win and it didn't really do anything most of the time. So, not sure what it really does. Ice Beam, I'm dead. I just get one-shotted by an Ice Beam, okay. Well, the crit actually probably mattered. The crit might have mattered there, because this is a really bulky Zapdos. Wow. So he's not running Trick Room, he's just running straight-up offense. Okay, that's good to know. Go out into the Barraskewda, and now I try to one-shot him with Liquidation. I'm gonna go Terra here. I'm gonna Terra, and then I'm gonna Water Spout on this turn, and then I'm gonna go for Liquidation here. So knowing that he's fully offensive, that's pretty good, I guess. I don't know, I thought he was gonna set up Trick Room. I don't know what, like looking at his team, like I don't know what else on his team would really set up Trick Room unless he's running like a more of a slow Tailwind team. Really weird, because he has Ursaluna and Amoonguss on the same team, which usually like Trick Room. Protects. He protects. I mean, the Incineroar, you're dead, bud. Incineroar, you're gone, bud. Get out of here. You're not going to eat this. You're getting one-shotted. So at least I don't have to worry about getting Intimidate spammed. So that's great. You're dead. This comes down to whatever his last Mons are, because if he has a Moongus, I can still maybe lose this. He has Ursaluna. Okay, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. What I'm going to do here, though, is like... I mean, I could go for Water Spout again, because I don't think he's actually going to outspeed me. I think I'm just going to Water Spout again. Liquidations, I forgot that Liquidation's actually 100% accurate, so I don't have to worry about missing. In the rain, I should one-shot him. I'm Choice Banded. Like, I don't know how he outspeeds me here. I think I should just be able to freely go for double moves here, and just, like, unless he protects the Ursaluna, like, I should get, like, a double KO here. Like, I don't see what he does. We know he's not Choice Scarf from Mewtwo, he's Life Orb, so... I don't really know what he does. Like, that's kind of the reason why I wonder why he has Ursaluna on his team, because... Like, if you're not setting up Trick Room, like, it doesn't really make sense with what he's trying to run. The Amoonguss, like, you can kind of throw that onto a team, it always really does something, but, like, both of them on the same team is kind of weird. And Terra. What Terra are you? Terra Normal or are you Terra Ground? Oh, he's Terra in the Mewtwo. Oh, he's Terra Water. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's bad, because now the Kyogre is probably getting one-shotted. See how much this does, though. I want to see. His Choice Banded in the rain. It still has a solid amount. I'm dead. Now I wish I would have went for Origin Pulse, because it's going to do no damage. Yeah, that does nothing. I think that's like, what, down like 40 base power or whatever at this range? Or like 50. Oh, it actually gets really close to getting KO still, though. So my opponent's still in a really bad spot here, though. Like, I still have Origin Pulse, so I'm going to go for that on this turn. But, like, he's still in a really bad spot. Like, he's forced to protect the Mewtwo here if he wants to live. Because he never actually killed the Kyogre. He needed to get the kill there to actually try to bring this game back. He's forced to protect here. He's forced to switch. And I think the Ursaluna gets outsped by a Kyogre and gets one-shotted. Especially in the rain with, like, a Terra Water, Mystic Water, Rain boosted Origin Pulse. Like, I don't think he lives. He's really backed into a corner here. Yeah, Origin Pulse. I expect this to fully just one-shot the Ursaluna. Expect this to just one-shot him into oblivion. Goodbye, get out of here. That's 2 KOs now. The Kyogre's gotten 2 KOs this match. It's putting in a shit ton of work. This is Kyogre's match to win now. Probably the most it's done. And he has Entei in the bag. Oh, that's perfect. That is so perfect. So what I'm doing is I'm actually going to protect it. Predicting an extreme speed. And then I'm going to go for liquidation and get the Mewtwo out of here. And then on this next turn, I could also make a really crazy play and actually swap out into the Frigoraph with the Armor Tail if he really wants to go for that on me. Which I think I might actually do just to kind of throw it in his face and, like, outplay this guy. So he knows he's forced to go for E-Speed here, otherwise if he doesn't... I mean, he could probably outspeed me, but, like, it's in the rain. Actually, I think the rain's gone. Actually, the rain's gone, so... I guess technically now he outspeeds me if he wants to go for Sacred Fire and might KO, but it's going to be a roll and it depends on his build, so I don't know. I don't think it really even pays keeping the Kyogre around here. It shouldn't matter anyways because like I outspeed him, so he's kind of forced to go for E-Speed and he just surrenders. That's fine. That too, I guess that's also an option. He didn't even know my last mon, which is the Frigoraph, which is also really good into him still, so not bad. That's why you don't really see Mewtwo very much, though, but like I think the reason why the Mewtwo didn't really do good on this guy's team is kind of awkward. His team's really awkward, built around it. I don't know what his team's really trying to do. He has like 3 really fast things on his team, and like the rest of his team's just like really slow. Like I don't really know what his team's really trying to do. I think that's kind of more of a problem with his team building. At least just like looking at it on paper and like what he was trying to do versus, so I don't know. I don't think Mewtwo is like incredibly bad. Like if you really want to make it work, which I'll probably try to do. I'm going to try to make a team around it because I really want to try it out, but if you really want to make it work, like you need to build a really good team around it. I think that's the only way you can maybe have it do something. And I have not found like any Mewtwo teams that are actually good, let alone like make it work at all very well. So I don't know. If you guys have a really good Mewtwo team, you guys want to throw my way, I'll feature it on the channel in the next, I don't know, hopefully like next week or so or whatever. Depends when I get one. So it's one of the mons I really want to look for a team around still. There's a few other ones too, like I think Dialga, Palkia, there's a few other ones too that I haven't really featured at all on the channel. At least as like restricted that aren't really the best. Like I think Dawn Wings, Necrozma, whatever the other one is, Duskmane. I haven't featured any of those. Lunala I haven't featured at all either, which I'll probably look for. But a few of those I have teams for. I just haven't got around to featuring them yet, and I haven't got around to recording them. But apart from that, let's talk a little about this team. Alright, as for this team, if you guys want a pretty fun team around Kyogre, I think it's a pretty fun team. This team is not going to really like win you like a really like an incredible amount of matches, like especially versus a lot of the super really meta sweaty teams that are currently on like the casual ladder or even like probably on Showdown. I think this is more of like a fun team and not really like a sweaty team. There are a few flaws with this team that I kind of found out. Like I understand the Armor Tail and the Frigoraph's kind of there to prevent priority. But like if you don't have the Frigoraph, this team is incredibly weak to priority. Stuff like the Barraskewda and the Kyogre and like everything else just gets really chipped very hard by the priority. So if you're going against priority, you're forced to bring the Frigoraph. I found that out the hard way. One game, one of my testing matches, I got destroyed by a priority. So especially the Barraskewda just being so frail, like everything just really one-shots that thing. It just takes so much damage from like even like Fake Out does so much damage to it because it's just such a frail mon. I think another thing I would actually change this team, like if you can get the Tailwind up, it ain't too bad, but even then, even like with Tailwind, this team's kind of slower if you don't bring the Barraskewda or like the Sneasler. So like one thing I would change, at least for the Kyogre, instead of like an offensive Terra, I would actually switch it to like a defensive Terra, like either like Terra Grass or something else. I think it would be a little better. It also helps your matchup into like Miraidon teams. I think this team is really weak to like Miraidon teams. You're forced to bring the Rillaboom, and like even then they can kind of try to play around you, switching the terrain. And a lot of that stuff you don't really have much for Miraidon teams anyways on this team. It's really difficult to play into them. Your main thing that does a lot of damage, and some of the stuff is kind of the Kyogre, but at the same time it's weak to the Miraidon, so it just gets one-shotted most of the time by it. And you have Terra Water, so you have no really way to play around it, which kind of sucks. So I don't know. And this team's really, if you guys aren't playing this team, just look out for the Miraidon teams, because I got like my ass kicked by like 1 or 2 like really good Miraidon teams. I just had nothing for them, and I even tried to play really well. and even playing really well. Like, I just had nothing for a lot of the stuff they were running on those teams, so the team is really weak to Miraidon, that type of thing, so kind of look out for those. But apart from that, just kind of a few small things with the team. Overall, it's more of a fun team. That's kind of what this team's kind of going for. So if you guys want to use it, rental, put up in the corner, pokepaste down below. Got a bunch more stuff I'll be throwing you guys away in the next couple days. I'm going to keep trying to bring you guys daily uploads, as long as you guys keep supporting the videos. And I at least have a decent amount of teams to feature for you guys. Kind of running a little bit low on teams, but hopefully we got some more coming up on the way that people are hopefully making within the next week or so. Especially for some of the more like uncommon restrictives that I'm kind of looking for teams for. Stuff like Zekrom, Reshiram, Mewtwo, and a few other ones that I haven't really found any teams for, which I still want to feature. So, if I find teams around any of those, I'll probably be featuring for you guys. But apart from that, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you guys in a future video.